Let's see, are we up and rolling here? Where are we at? All right. I think we're good to go, more or less. All right. Well, hello, everybody. It has been a very long time since I've done a live stream of or anything, uh, even remotely um, looking like that. I've been pretty busy. I got a lot of stuff going on, but I just wanted to do a stream and see, um, do a little inking, some drawing, maybe talk a little bit, answer some questions. I don't know who's going to join us tonight, but you know what? Even if it's just me and the looky loos out there, that's fine. So I'm going to do a little bit of like I said, inking of this Daredevil piece that I've been working on. And yeah, yeah. So buckle in. I'm gonna go full screen here in a moment, so you can look at my art here instead of down in the what is it, little corner down there somewhere. Yeah, on the screen. But yeah, let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna go transfer over to a full screen. All right. Now I'm not entirely sure how long we'll be doing this, but in either event, uh, we're here. And let me got my what do we got going on here? Sorry, we muted that. Um, yeah. So I wonder if anyone can see my camera. Hmm. I don't. There we go. I think we're good now. Just forgive me while I boomer my way through this. Anyway, yeah. So tonight will be our Daredevil that I've been working on. So I'll just kind of show you a little bit of uh, you know where I am. So this was my initial layout. Okay, as you can see, just kind of roughed in a couple things. For some reason, I drew these like candy cane hook things on these canes, and I don't know if it's a Mandela effect or something, but I could have sworn that at some point Daredevil had these little hooks at the end of his billy club, but I might be completely off. I don't even know at this point. But I remember that, and then I said, I'll probably just end up changing it anyway. All right, so yeah, so that was my layout, and then I wanted to uh, do some perspective. So I wanted to find the center. So obviously, when you want to find the center of anything, you draw in your square, rectangle, whatever it is, and then you connect corner to corner, and then up and down you'll find your center. So the way I actually drew this was actually not too bad. I actually did the layout in such a way that it lands directly right on center, right where his solar plexus is. So got a little lucky there. Uh, then I went in and I started tightening up the drawing using some red line. and got in some of those shapes a little bit tighter that I wanted. Then I wanted to kind of get that effect of his radar rings there. See if I can, yeah, as you can see there. Um, so those are going to be there, and obviously I'll erase all these lines that are connecting right there uh, on the inside of his body. But just kind of did some quick layouts here for buildings and stuff. And for some reason I did it city, and but I'll have to change that up when I actually do the finishes on this background, because it looks nothing like Hell's Kitchen. And then down here on the lower part of the drawing, I'm thinking about doing some kind of ninja swords, all right, on this side, and then right in between this leg that's coming down. Um, I'm gonna probably do a couple of sides there, um, kind of giving that idea that, well, maybe Electra's there, but I don't know. We'll see. Um, yeah. So and I did actually start doing some of the inking on this. So let me drop this layer out over here. All right. So there I've got my more or less uh, as tight pencils as I'm probably going to go on this. Um, so I tried to get his anatomy down as good as I could there. Um, and as you can imagine, this is not him so much coming right out as this is him just kind of falling straight down. So what I'm thinking about doing is um, on these buildings over here, when I actually put them in, Hell's Kitchen style, maybe drawing some kind of line, like a cable line or something like that, uh, going across the building is there to kind of show, oh yeah, this is where he's jumping on, because this is him falling down directly down at the ninjas that are here below. Now I'm not showing them, but I am showing their swords. And I did start inking it, like I said, um, and this is where I've got. Um, so there's a couple things here. I'm using the Crowquill tool, all right, on the brush set that I have. I got it from Jimmy Reyes, and um, so I started uh, inking that. So I guess I'll be going into that now. And while I ink, I'll just kind of mention a couple of the things that I'll be doing. So anyway, so here we are. Um, I may have to move this head up a little bit. Something about that head. I know that it almost looks right, but it almost feels like I need to pull it up just a little bit more. So let me just kind of play around with that a little bit and see if that does help. And this is the nice thing about working digitally, is that you can do these sort of things and kind of try out what it is you're trying to do. So let's see how that looks. All right, well, that looks better. It may actually be need to move the little one. That doesn't look too bad. All right, so let's go ahead here and do some more inking. All right, this is right here. This is clavicle that we're inking there. Um, And I'm trying to be mindful not to use too much of these rendering lines, even though as I look at it, I kind of may have already gone a little bit overboard on that. I'm trying to keep it minimal, trying to stay true to the type of uh, uniform that he's wearing. Um, it's not so much in the vein of the traditional Daredevil that we're used to seeing. Um, it's more, I'm thinking, has that more leathery kind of look to it, um, like the uh, like the Netflix series and the uh, Ben Affleck Ben Affleck film, um, which I remember when that came out. I was so excited to see it, and I was like, oh, Ben Affleck, well, maybe he might do a good job, and it was just, I don't know, it was just a little weird. I couldn't really like get with it, as much as I probably would have liked. Um, and then it just, I don't know, it just didn't really vibe with me too much. And then the way that Electric was in there, and I don't know, just I just couldn't get behind it. But in either event, there was I did like in the movie, not to kill it completely, because um, is the way that they represented the way that his sonar works and how he uses it to see. There's that one scene where uh, Jennifer Garner's in the rain and he's looking uh, at her. Now, mind you, he's blind, but he's using his sonar and he's able to make out her her features by the way that the raindrops are falling on her face. And I thought that was pretty cool. So I can't, completely bash the movie. Um, I thought that was pretty cool, and I was like, well, yeah, that's probably how his sonar would work and how he would be able to see using that. So I thought that was pretty neat. Um, but that's probably a cool thing about the movie, unfortunately. Um, but yeah, I really enjoyed the TV show when that did come out, and it's coming back. Thankfully, hopefully, uh, Disney doesn't completely mess it up. Really like the way that Netflix was handling that, but then again, who knows what happens? What's going to happen? With um, the fact that Disney is selling off a bunch of their properties. I'm not sure if their Disney is going to be holding on to uh, the Marvel properties. They might sell those off. I work down here. I mean, I live, sorry, down here in Florida, just minutes away from Disney, and things are just different there at Disney. People that work there and stuff, and you know, just a lot of turmoil going on right now. Um, you know what? I'm just going in here just to show you what I'm doing is, I'm looking at these lines that I added in here. These, this rendering, and I'm just gonna remove it. Just something about it wasn't vibing with me. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take it out for now, and then come back and see if I want to add anything more. You know, if I want to add any rendering, that is. Um, But I guess for now, I'll just leave it like that. Um, you know, even this whole area here, get rid of that. You can always come back to it, right? So he's not a bulky character, right? Daredevil, you know, he's more of a he's a street level character, um, more in the vein of a gymnast and that sort of thing. You know, he's got martial arts skills, um, uh, and he's strong. You know, he's kind of like uh, like these guys that do like body weight exercise and stuff like that, where it's all like um, practical strength as opposed to lifting weights to get strong, uh, and that sort of thing. These guys are, you know, those guys that exercise in that body weight style. You know, they're freaking mad strong. They can really move their body around, and they built up some good core strength. And I imagine Daredevil um, being the same as that. Um, and yeah, so the Daredevil character um, has it's been around for gosh ever. Okay, and I don't remember exactly who created Daredevil, but it was created. I want to say in the late '60s, maybe the '70s. Um, Late '60s, early '70s, something like that. And he used to have that weird yellow and red costume, which is always really weird to me. Uh, he he became obviously more iconic when he went to the all red, um, which is definitely the look for him. Um, and I believe that there were some good stories with him, but I believe ultimately he was brought to prominence by Frank Miller, and there's really no denying that. I mean, Frank Miller, what he brought to the table with this character um, was a game changer. Um, and the artwork that he put out during his run was second to none. It was just spectacular. He had some good inkers working with him, Klaus Janson and even Joseph Rubinstein inked him, and he did a great job with him. And as far as like drawing wise, Frank was really at the top of his game there. Um, and then from there, he moved on to do. Now, I'm trying to remember. Did he do Batman, Dark Knight before, or I think it was after Daredevil, if I'm not mistaken. Um, yeah, but and he changed his style a little bit, but his Daredevil run was just absolutely epic, and I remember it, so clearly. Um, One of the things that really uh, stuck out to me in the way that he portrayed Daredevil was the way that he portrayed him uh, in those scenes when he was doing like gymnastics training, and the way that he would draw like the figure in all these different stages of movement across the page, and then from one panel to another, and just kind of you could just follow it around. I always thought that was really, really fascinating how he did that. It's really just a master stroke of genius, really, to even have the idea to do that. But he did, and he was very innovative. Um, and then he had some good artists and writers on him. I remember Joe Quesada's run on Daredevil was pretty classic. Um, and then they got a friend of mine, Lee Weeks, to work on that, and he just really brought a beautiful style to it. And lest I forget, um, I believe shortly after his Frank Miller's run on Daredevil, he there was a story done um, by David Mazzucchelli, which was just once again nothing like it had ever been seen or done. And I'm telling you, it was just one of a kind work. It was absolutely just stunning. Um, you look at it and you say, "Oh, I mean, it looks pretty straightforward. It looks, doesn't have like all that crazy hatching and rendering and stuff like that." But I'm telling you, it just worked so incredibly good, um, and it was just a joy to see uh, the masterfulness of David Mazzucchelli and the way that he slung ink on a page. It was really just like second to none. It was really, really just a beautiful look. Uh, and then just going back to Lee Weeks, he did some pretty amazing stories. I remember when he was telling me, I forget what the story is called, but basically the premise of it is um, uh, there's a wallet that is lost and um, it belongs to Murdoch and uh, to Daredevil, and it gets found, and there's like a girl that gets kidnapped. But all this takes place around Christmas, and it's snowy, and Daredevil has to try to find this girl, and he's got very little to go on, um, and obviously being the hero, he eventually saves the day. But man, what an incredible story! I remember um, when I first saw it after Lee had finished it. I was like, oh yeah, yeah, that's exactly how he said he was going to do that. It really was just amazing. And I wish I could remember um, what the name of that story was. All right, so here, see, I think went a little bit too crazy here. So let me just, I tell you, it's so hard sometimes to pull back because I just want to render. Um, but I know that it's not always needed. You know, that whole less is more type situation. on here. Just adding a little bit. It does need a little bit. So now that I've gotten to get a good look at the shapes, I can see, where I want to render and, kind of control. Not bring too much. Pull out those lines, see what it looks like. All right, that's pleasing. I think I need to get rid of this rendering up here. It's kind of bothering me. I mean, I'll probably go back and do something else to it, but for now, I'm not digging that rendering too much. Even this one here is bothering me a little bit. A little sun. There you go. I was wondering what was bothering me about this, the mouth. I didn't do the lower lip. Got to draw that lower lip. All right. Well, we're a half hour into this, and that's fine. I just want to do a quick live stream, and hopefully, I can get back to doing these again. Let me just share my camera here a little bit. All right. Yeah. So in the next few weeks, I'll be finishing up my current project that I'm doing, and um, I have this is for another publisher, um, uh, major book publisher. It's a graphic novel that I'm doing some art on. And once that's done, I'm gonna focus on getting out the my books that I've been working on. The first issue of the remastered Gods and Soldiers, uh, and also uh, the Gin and Tonic book, and lastly the Chango book. And I'm gonna try to get those all out this year. We'll see. I don't know what kind of success I'll have doing that. But in either event, that's what I plan on doing. It's still August, so there's still time, but maybe some things will have to get pushed to next year, and that's okay too. Um, so just thank you to everyone that uh, will hopefully see this later. Um, on my El Guapo Comics. So um, you can follow me on El Guapo Comics on YouTube. Obviously, please subscribe to the channel and give a like. I have a lot of videos on there, um, and they could definitely use some more views. So and some likes. So if you do that, that helps the algorithm to push the videos out to other people who may want to see those type of videos, drawing videos, and that sort of thing. Um, and Also, you can follow me at on X now. It's hard to say X. It's Twitter, but it's X now. And that is at El Guapo Comics. Um, and I also have a uh, so at Comics Guapo on Twitter, actually at Comics Guapo. Um, you can also follow me. I have a TikTok, um, and at El Guapo Comics there, and also I have an Instagram page, which is the Art of Caesar Feliciano. So I would love to have you, you know, go on there. Like I said, I post a lot of art, a lot of, you know, time lapse video shorts and stuff like that. So there's a lot of content for you to look at. Um, and, you know, and if you see something there, you know, give a like and maybe even give a follow. I mean, I would greatly appreciate it. It'd be awesome. Um, I'd like to, you know, build my social media presence with the works that I do as much as possible. Um, so yeah, now if you look in the background here, this is some of my stuff, and let's see. So this right here, this is Mike Zisk, and Mike is one of the main characters uh, from Gods and Soldiers. So this is going to be uh, one of the covers that I'm gonna be putting on that first issue. Um, there's another one back there, um, but maybe I'll save that for another video. Then, like I said, some more of my works. Um, so yeah. Anyway, listen, I want to thank everybody for joining me tonight, and I appreciate you and the time that you took uh, to uh, to watch my video. Um, not too many people on the live, but I think that's only because I haven't done these in so long. People maybe just forgot. You know, the internet is very fickle that way. So hopefully we can change that as get more active again. But you know, the work's got to be done, so I got to do the work first. So you know, I'm busy doing this graphic novel project. So once I get that done, we'll get rolling. One thing I do want to say is that the pencils, inks, colors, and letters are all done for Gods and Soldiers. So it's a matter of just packaging that. Um, and then I've been seeing some of the color pages coming in for Gin and Tonic, and they look really good. So I'm kind of really happy with what I'm seeing there. So it should be fun. But yeah, in any event, thank you so much. I appreciate you all, and I hope that you all have an awesome and incredible day. And you know, whatever you do, just do what you love to do. All right, peace out.